And this is the question. What is your stance on our trash system and the upcoming referendum? Nelsie Yang?
Thank you. I'm voting yes on the referendum, and I will be organizing people to also vote yes as well. I just want to say personally that it's pretty bizarre to see the trash issue be one of the top issues. And I want to name that if I were a council member when this contract was being crafted, it would have looked definitely like very different. Because as a union steward, I'm somebody who's always fighting to make sure that the voices of people are being centered in all our decision making in our contracts. I would have pushed for shared opt-out options. And I really believe that families who are getting city services, that they should actually be saving money and that we should be fighting for the best deal. And I acknowledge that that didn't happen. But that's why I'm having conversations with neighbors and asking them right now from the get-go, what is it that you'd like to see? Because renegotiations will come up, and I want to make sure that you have a voice at the table and that you're not left out. And that's a commitment that I am bringing with me to the table as a council member, and also a commitment that you will see from me every single time we are here having a discussion about how to vote as a community.
Terry Tao.
Yes, I too will be voting yes on the referendum. I was always a yes vote, never wavered from it, because I know that there were deep inequities with the trash system in the first place. Some people in a lot of communities where they didn't speak English, they never knew they could negotiate their trash bill. They actually thought it was like their utility bill, and they had to pay it every month to the provider. And so I see it as a deep issue around equity, as well as having a greater environmental impact by having less trucks on the street, and from a public safety perspective. I know the process in terms of getting the contract there was extremely flawed. I know we didn't have much participation here on the east side. I think if we had actually done a pilot here, we would have figured it out for the rest of the city. A lot of times policy work's not very exciting, but when you have people at the table who can bring up these issues and talk about the impact on poor communities, seniors, communities of color, we can make the policy right in the first place. So yes, it's not a perfect contract, but I also wanted folks to realize what the implication of no means and on what it's doing to shift the burden from individual folks to property taxes as well.